something about this that reaches my heart. This is so awesome. This gets you going. This is pretty spectacular. This is super king size. A fabulous boat, just a really fabulous boat. Hi there, this is Captain Q and my old sailing buddy Randy. Join us as we travel hither and yon as we look for some great deals on classic boats and learn a little with each one.
Captain, what do we got going on here?
Oh, Randy. Hey buddy, how are you today?
Good, how you doing?
Whoa, we're here in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and it is not really spring right now. We have a wind chill of about 14 degrees. New Bedford is an interesting town. As of 2019, this port has the highest value of marine fishing product delivered from this port in the entire United States. Now, today, I have got the king of all twofers. This big Hatteras here is really, we're not looking at a motorboat today. I want you to just turn over to your left here, and here's a lovely Catalina. That's a great boat, huh?
Yeah.
But we're not doing that today.
All right.
Today I'm gonna give you one of each, rolled into one.
Okay,
You know what we're talking about?
I think I see where you're going with this.
We're talking about a Motorsailor. Check this out.
Yeah.
Is this cool? This is a Bruckmann 50. This boat was designed by Mark Ellis. It was built by Bruckmann Yachts, who were the custom branch of C&C Yachts. Here we are, up at the bow.
Ooh,
a pretty nice bowsprit up there, huh?
That looks really, really nice.
You can invite friends up there. That thing is so solid. This is not really a spoon bow or you know, an old racing bow, but it's a very handsome line to it. Well, as we walk down here, notice the depth of the bulwarks and the tow rail all down along the boat, good and deep. She has a solid fiberglass layup down below the waterline. Above the waterline, she's balsa cord all from the boot top up to just below the tow rail. She has a semi-fin keel down here with a double hung spade rudder with a skeg in front of it.
So what do you mean double hung?
Double hung simply means that it's hung at the top and then it sits in it has a grip at the bottom too. So it's basically hung up on the gudgeon down here as well as hung up here.
Okay.
It also has that a nice big skeg in front of it. And something we haven't talked about, but the skeg actually allows the boat to sail higher into the wind without stalling. Beautiful tow rail here, really solid fittings on this boat. This is all rod rigging. I think that's 3/16, and this has all been refreshed not long ago. Nice wide walkways. See how wide these are?
Yep.
You do have to do a little duck around at the forward shrouds there. You got 2 power outlets here for your one heavy duty for your air conditioning and your heating systems and all that in the boat, and this does have both, and then another one for your 12-volt systems. Everything is just massive. Nothing really moves on here. Solidly built boat. Well, let's take a walk aboard. What do you say?
Yeah, let's go on.
Follow me down the gangplank here. We love the subscribers.
Yeah, more subscribers means that we're going to get recommended to more people, and so that helps spread the love and spread the word about old classic boats and what we're doing, so every little bit helps.
Thanks again. A really nice, easy entrance on board. A very, very commodious cockpit here. You're standing right now on a nice swim platform aft.
Yeah.
That also has a separate ladder right below your feet there that will fold down and allow you to climb on board.
Yep.
But just big, massive. Look at the size of this.
Reminds me of the Nordhaven.
This is where you're going to live a lot of your life, okay? Great big, really wide cockpit cushions and seating. Certainly you can sleep on here without any problem. And there's a giant table underneath this cloth here. We've got the main Genoa winches, and this is motorized. You've got a switch for it down here. It's a Lumar 54, and then there's a Lumar 50 up here to handle your reefing lines and your sail, and there's more lines on the other side. One of these is probably going to be your main sheet. You don't have to leave this cockpit to sail this boat. For a lot of sailors, they love to get feedback from a wheel. Now, we have a wheel here, This is a good size wheel, right? And the reason the wheel is so big is that chances are a lot of the time you may want to be sitting off to the side, and you'll also get feedback because it's on a regular pull-pull cable system like a standard sailboat.
Huh.
Why do I consider that important?
Yeah.
Because when we go indoors, you're going to find another wheel in there that's set up on a hydraulic system.
Huh.
And with a hydraulic wheel, you don't need to have any feedback. It's got a nice little curved seat here for the helmsman. All our Ray Marine instruments, we've seen this, and then we've got the GPS and your radar unit right here in front of you. So this is a nice Furuno unit. All these instruments are repeated indoors as well. Likewise, you have the engine controls with your gear shift and your throttle. There's a handheld shower with hot and cold water right down here beside you. Now, look at this for your propane tanks, huh?
Yeah, big boys.
And what else do we like here?
Nice gaskets. Do you have any concerns about visibility?
Well, it's different, I'll tell you that. First of all, if we're just motoring along, I can look right through this cabin and see where we're going. This is kind of the sailboat portion of the boat. We'll go in and take a look at the motorboat portion of the boat.
Okay.
And you're gonna see, it's a great amalgamation of the two. It's really cleverly done. The other thing you probably have noticed, but without thinking about it, the beam on this boat is 15 feet. We've got racks back here to take, I believe, dinghy brackets, so you can put your, float up, an inflatable out back. Engine controls are right down behind your knees. Oh, this Motorsailor, you can crack the sheets on this, get onto a little bit of a reach, and you're gonna be turning 10 knots. The water line, I believe, is 47 feet. Let me just show you a very serious locker here. Okay.
Oh.
Do you want to go down? Oh, you're going down. Okay.
I like this little step.
All right. There he goes.
All right.
He's got the fleet going down there, the red fleet. Watch your noodle there.
There we go.
Now, can you do some work down there? Is there plenty of storage?
Yeah, wow.
You could probably stow your inflatable if it was a roll-up down there.
I have to say, this is super tidy, too. Oh, wow, we got a water maker on board.
That was just installed.
Do you want to try that, too?
So, I mean, here goes the captain, Major. Oh, wow, I like this already.
This is a good look.
Wow. Whoa, nothing like beam, huh? Beam is right up there with waterline, isn't it?
It's pretty great. Is this the same thing on the other side?
It's very similar. We just have a little more gear over here. Pretty neatly done. Let's take a walk forward. What do you say?
Yeah, let's go check out the foredeck.
Does this remind you of anything we've seen recently?
The Puffin.
No. How about the Nauticat? Kind of that big doghouse up front. You had to walk past the top of that.
Yeah.
Two big Bowman hatches here. Nice handrails, all varnished right alongside you. And very tall lifelines over here. These have got to be 28, maybe 30 inches. We've talked about the rod rigging on here, and I believe this has all been replaced recently, and this is great stuff. It just, once you set it up, there's no stretch to it. Let's take a quick peek at this boom.
Ah, nice. Schaefer.
We have an internal mainsail furling boom, and this will just coil right up on this mandrel inside that. You see this piece right here?
Oh, yeah.
That's going to turn. It goes right through the mast to a drum outside and forward of the mast right here. And we saw this green line back in the cockpit, didn't we?
Yep.
So this is you're gonna hoist the sail up with a halyard on one side, and it'll pull this green line up and go up and feed onto this drum, just like a roller furling drum. Look at the length on this boom.
Oh, yeah.
So here's our other green line down in the cockpit we saw.
Yep.
This is our vang adjustment. It's on this 4-part tackle. When you use off the main sheet, this is going to try and kick itself up. They call it a rod kicker. So to control it, you'll pull in on the line down here on the vang, and then you control how high up the boom wants to go. Okay, let's move forward here. We've got a nice dorade box here. We've seen that before with one of my favorite items here. There's a place to put your winch handles. A couple of nice little chromed dorade vents, wind scoops. But I don't understand this piece.
Oh, it's a little sitting bench.
Oh, Randy. This is why you get paid the big money, isn't it? This boat has 7 opening deck hatches on board, and it's so easy to move around on here. The decks are pretty flat. Oh, great bulwarks back here. Randy, would you like to go out on your bowsprit?
Yeah, this is great. Wide too.
Now hang on, watch the head stay there.
Yep.
Now, how is that? Is that pretty good? Are you happy out there?
I'm quite happy, yeah.
Look at that.
Yep.
And we have a big Lumar capstan here. Chain drops right down into the locker. There's another big hatch up here. This hatch is for the forward cabin. Let's go get you warmed up, buddy. Oh, come on in. I think you're gonna. I think you're gonna enjoy this in here. This is what makes you think you don't ever want any other boat in the world. This boat is a perfect dual-purpose Motorsailor. She weighs 45,000 pounds. She has, I think, 16,000 pounds in lead ballast internal. And she carries, I believe, 300 gallons of fuel and about 250 gallons of water. Now, with that fuel and that water capacity and the sailing capacity for this boat, you could do a transatlantic with a lot of great ease. I love this cabin. Yeah. I'm sitting at a settee here, and it has a good old-fashioned style table here that will convert. It will convert to, look at the size of this.
Wow.
And just want to hold that 1 second. This is big enough so that everybody in here can dine. And it will also settle down nicely and lower right down into the floor on sort of a hydraulic piston down here and become a big double berth up here. The size of these cabin windows, they're hardly port lights, but cabin windows, is fabulous all the way around. They've got screens on on them on both sides so you can get a little fresh air in here. And of course you've got the aft door to open up and let wind blow through here, and 2 hatches overhead. I spotted probably one of my favorite spots here on the boat. And I say one of them because there are a number of them. But look at these built-in comfortable chairs. I mean, I got a reading book here. I've got the view of the whole world out here. Now let's take a look at the engine room. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Right down here we have a little hatch handle. Picks right up, not overly heavy. And there's even a hook here for it.
Wow.
Is that something? Our fuel tanks are down off to either side. And right here in this big white box is the generator. I think it's a 6 kW Northern Lights generator, possibly. This is all brand new. A Yanmar 140 horsepower diesel. Clean, no oil spills, no leaks. Over here you can see a brand new hot water heater. And that's 20 gallons. And all your other stuff, I think I'm going to show you another way to get to some of your quick everyday thing. We just passed the rat catcher. Now here is another access for your engine. Oh. And it's got its power, see it's hydraulically loaded there. And if you go in there, I think you'll see access to the front of the engine.
Yeah, that's about it.
So there you got the double rake core. So you can, nice thing about that is you can switch one off and switch the and change the filter in the other one.
What's the blue tank for?
That's an accumulator for your water pressure, I believe. And then you see on the starboard side the rake core filter for the generator. Let me walk across this teak and holly sole. Beautifully done, no scars on it. And here's some fun stuff right here. So it's kind of windy outside, like today. I think I could ask you if you wouldn't mind, could you throw the lines off the dock? And I'm going to get up here, and all I have to do is sit right up here, and I've got my wheel. Boom. I got my throttle and my gears right here. All the instruments are repeated from the cockpit. Look at this nice, clean, fresh engine panel. What does that say?
Steering transfer.
Where do you think we're transferring?
Yeah, we're transferring from hydraulic to cable steering.
Now this is hydraulic right here. You can just click this button, apparently, and you can have one or the other. Now, I don't believe you can have them both at the same time. Chart table area, what do we think about this? Look at that.
Pretty tidy.
How good is this?
Yeah.
There's no running around. You've got your radar and your GPS here to confirm that that's right where you are right there. And this also has a Simrad Robertson autopilot. Come with me, pal.
All right.
Because we're going below.
Looks like you have a cooking assistant.
We do.
A sous chef.
We have a sous chef here. I think it's trying to get away from Sea Dog right now. But I'm going to open this top loading. Could I just move you over here a little bit here for a second? No, you're going the wrong way there. Thank you. And nice big deep top loading ice box here with a shelf in it, very easy to get to on one level. And then on the other level, don't we love these, huh?
We do.
Yep, front loading.
Oh.
And in the corner here, pop that open, and that frost, you see that frost down there?
Yeah.
That's what it's like outside on the deck. Nice sliding food storage and so forth. Never enough. And oh my gosh, look at this guy. Microwave ovens, my new discovery that I've really realized I wish I'd had on the PB. Cutting board, 3-burner stove and oven. It's just...
That's about the cleanest stove
it is
we've
so
ever
clean.
seen.
And this is kind of nice too. Here, you want to know how cold your food is? Look at that. You got a freezer, one on this side, and the refrigerator on the other side. Nearly centerline sinks, but look how deep they are. And they're all polished stainless. This is really nice, and it has this Korean style, whatever, top on it, which is really easy to clean. No metal trim to catch dirt. You're going to have a pure water switch here, and I think this is a foot switch for salt water. And right below me is a saltwater pump. Here's a real prize down here. Come on, Cat. How do you like this?
Wow.
Is this neat?
You've got like another VIP lounge.
It is another VIP. This is might even be better because it's a VIP lounge as well as a little navigation area here if you want to do some navigation work down below. Let's see how this one looks. Is this extra points or not? Ooh, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Room for a library up here. Not much in the way set up here just yet, but I'm sure that would fill up. But you got a Sony playback TV. You've got a liquor locker over here with glassware and so forth. This is a great little room. There's also, there's a little feature here. I can see 2 latches. This whole panel will drop down and I can service any of the electronic wiring up on the lower helm stage. Let's move forward here. Little nice, I like lockers like this. You know why? You can put stuff in there and then find it. It doesn't get buried behind a whole lot of other things. There you go. I believe this is your washer and dryer rolled into one.
Wow.
So you just put it in there and come back a day later. So let's go further forward. We got what we call in real estate a Jack and Jill.
All right.
And that's because
what's that?
2 doors can function with 2 stateroom areas, sleeping areas.
It sounds like a twofer.
It is a twofer, but somehow it seems to be more of a Jack and Jill in this case. Now you can also open this door and you'll go into another head there. Now coming up on the starboard side, now because the gentleman is living on board the boat now, 24/7, but here's a really nice guest cabin with a super oversized queen size bed in here.
Wow, it's big. A lot of storage too.
And look at the ceiling of the boat, all nicely slatted and varnished. And behind you, nice mirror, huh?
Oh, look at that. That's CQ sized.
Coming forward now, you cannot believe you're in the bow of a boat now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, really. And look at the square corners down there. I just found the other big hatch.
Yeah, I saw it. I can see the handle.
Yeah. We missed that before because there was a little sunshade in it, but up over the bunk here is a great big hatch on the mooring. Storage lockers up all around here for your dry good clothes. Drawer storage. Here you've got a little vanity with storage underneath there. Not necessarily a chart table, but whoever has some makeup, they may want to sit here. And we have a really nice mirror here too. Yeah. Gives you a nice sense of room. But look at the sizes and look at the overhead. Now, we mentioned the Jack and Jill head.
Yeah.
Look what we have here. Look, check this out.
Ah, okay, now that makes sense.
Now look at that shower. You see, both sides can use that shower.
Okay.
And both sides are restricted to their own flush. Beautifully done woodwork on the boat. Everything is just pristine. Do I need to check anything out?
Well, I would have you check, except for somebody's living here, so.
Here, I'll just do this. I'll stand here,
All right.
and I'll pretend I'm going to lie down like this. Now, do we have any more room behind me?
You have a lot, yeah.
I mean, look at this. Look at the size of this thing. It's phenomenal. Oh, gosh. Really great. So, there we go.
I'm going to go hang out with the kitty cat.
All right, Randy. Thank you. I might just hesitate here a minute. Okay, Randy, today you asked me a really tough question, and you do this to me sometimes. But we're sitting on this Bruckmann 50 Motorsailor, and you said to me, okay, Captain, you got a choice, this boat or the Puffin 42.
Yep.
Wow, that Puffin was so extraordinarily beautiful, so sound, so tough, so everything. But you've given me the choice. I'm gonna have to say, I gotta take the Bruckmann we looked at today.
Wow.
She really is a true motor sailor in that I believe that boat's gonna sail like crazy, and she's gonna have enough power and hull design to be able to use her as a regular motorboat, to say head down the intercoastal waterway or to fire yourself back home. It's reported she'll do 10 knots with on a bit of a reach with just her main cracked and a jib cracked under sail. That's darn good sailing. So when we get where we're going, we tie up or on a mooring. Mooring is nice because if you're on a mooring or on your anchor, you have the protection of the wheelhouse in front of you from the wind, and you're very cozy sitting in the aft cockpit. But then you notice the sky's about to break up and it's going to rain. You go right inside your living room there with a couple of easy chairs, the saloon table. Oh, the accommodations are just overwhelmingly comfortable on this boat. The way in which they executed all the work, little inches here and there. You know, I love inches on a boat. It makes such a difference. I love the boat.
Yeah.
I love the boat a lot. I'm skipping everything here. Hang with me. I'm going to 45.
Oh, woo.
45. Give me that boat. I'll get out of this weather right now.
Yep.
I'll take my snowshoes with me and we'll go north around the top of Canada, or we'll head south to the islands. I was surprised to find out that there would be a motor sailor in my mindset and maybe even in my future. But I really like this. Thanks so much for watching us today. Hope you enjoyed it as well.
If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when the next one comes out, please hit the alert bell. And that's not desperate at all.
Randy, how would I ever find out what's coming up next?
You can follow us on Instagram here,
Yeah.
or Facebook here. We'll have little previews of what's coming up on our next episodes a little bit early.
That's pretty cool. Previews. You all join me. I'm going to Instagram right now, and I'm going to find out what's coming up next week. Thank you very much.
You know, Instagram's not a place.